All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High AHAYAH has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming this evening with a wonderful message, and I hope it can follow you all the way into what the world calls a new year on their calendar. Okay, let's put it like that. But we know we on who time? We on a highest time, not man. Okay, so I say unto you, this message is to pretty much encourage many out there the way that they should take on from this day on. Okay, so it's a new hour message to take into what the world calendar day would say a new year. Okay, we're going to go a new thing in our hearts toward the Most High, a higher. Okay, we're going to let the world know that we ain't talking about daytime. We on our Father's hour, coming up on His minutes. Woo, you all, if you all only knew the right hand of the Father, if you only have learned what His right hand is, was, and woo, what it's going to be in the days to come. And I want to say to you all, if you never took out the time in the year of 2022 to learn of the right hand of the Father, and He sometimes call it the stretched out arm. Okay. When you learn what that hand is, it takes you totally to a new spiritual level that you've never gone before. And I kind of feel kind of bad because there's so much yang, yang, yang on all these platforms. No one is speaking spirit and truth, but don't think that the Father don't know that they're not. He's not tied up in it. He's letting them, like He say, the world loves its own. So it's not going to cover the truth of the matter of who He is and what He stands for. It's going to always cover the world. So, Deborah, don't get bent because they want to spread the fence and try to play like they on both sides. Stay in your lane, and your lane means the righteous lane in which I have created for you to run in. And that lane is a prophetess in the wilderness. Okay? I'm here to judge the whole house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. Whether you like it or not, I'm here to stay. I am who the Father said that I am. Not who you think I am or who you want to say that I am. I am who the Father said that I am. And I've come today, this evening, bring you a new hour message. And I want to start off with saying we need to stop, y'all. We need to bag this thing up a little bit. We need to search ourselves. We need to come to a level of where we are in I had to give my mother an idea of what repent really is. She thinking it's something you can just say out of your mouth. No. Repent is a feeling down deep inside that feel conscious of guilt. And when you feel that thing, you can't help but bubble up and start to repent to the Father. See, a lot of people think they can take their words to the altar of the Most High, AHAYAH, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Guess what? You're just talking to yourself and don't know it. Just as those that entered before the throne and said, I did this, I did this, I did this. Why didn't He tell them, hold up, I never knew you, should have shut your mouth? No, He gave them time to keep running their mouth, saying they did this in His name, they did this. He let them. And then turn around and told them what? I never knew you. Depart from me. But He let them. He did that just to show you down here. He gonna let you do the things that your wicked heart desire to do. And He ain't gonna stop you. He gonna let you get all the pleasure on this earth in the world setting that you desire. He's not one that's gonna cut in and let you and stop you. Let me tell you why. Because if that was the case, this was the question I asked him when I was a teenager. Why did you let him go over there and entertain the tree of knowledge of good and evil? He said, Deborah, I said the tree of life. I said other trees. And that's why he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. Adam and Eve, whether Eve was even there, when it all was predestined from the heaven, they was to go after the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Because why? The tree was down on the earth. Satan is down to deceive what? The earth. You see? He came down to deceive part of the earth, some of the earth, the whole earth. He's fulfilling his mission. I will say this to you all. I sat back and I behold, and the reason why I say I behold it, because I could feel how Satan conduct himself as it is spoken in the presence of Yah. And when he's speaking to Yah with respect, with honor, with the whole idea, I can't do nothing until you do something. And we run around thinking that we're going to do something and he's going to stand there and watch what we do and then do it the way we want it to be done. Even Satan knows. And I'm going to tell you what's sad. I'm going to tell you what's real sad. For AHAYAH to allow you to know about his right hand, all the way from Genesis, the first chapter of Genesis, the first chapter, the second verse. His right hand was cutting up from the floor up, and you all missed it. His stretched out arm was cutting up from the floor up, and you all missed it. Because y'all want to talk about yang, 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 and don't want no spirit and truth about nothing. And the truth be told, let me tell y'all, AHAYAH been given the whole picture of his right hand. To the point when Jacob saw that right hand cut up from the floor, he said, I've seen him face to face. I hear you, Jacob. What was Jacob talking about? He said that power stepped in on my behalf. And because that power stepped in on my behalf, I've seen him face to face. A lot of people don't even understand what face to face means. That means when you see that power. When you seen that power at its highest, then you know you done seen AHAYAH face to face. Because he said even the things that is visible, things that are seen, tell you who he is. How did he get here? Because when he said let, bam, that right hand power brought it forth. We missed it. Here it is. We in 2022 finna go into the world's calendar year as 2023, and we don't know no more past nothing. I can't even say you can go back to Genesis chapter 1 and 2. They don't even know nothing about that. We need at this time to take out time to repent from the part of you that has shame, remorse, sorrow for the creator who created all things. And we didn't buckle up and buckle down on him. And he still sit patiently. You know why he's sitting patiently? He's still pouring out grace and mercy on us. And we still cutting up from the floor, thinking it's about us and our personal life, our lust, our wisdom in our flesh, our knowledge in our flesh, and our understanding in our flesh. We don't have no spirit and truth, no spiritual guidance. We just want to just run him in what he said and what he has here. So I said to the Father, I said, I see what you did. I see something up there. I see something over there in what the world calls the New Testament. I said the world, because they the one splitted it up in new and old. He knows those that knows his voice knows what it is. It's no new and old, really, even though we might say it, but we know in our spirit, there's no such thing in him. So when I look over there and I said, wait a minute, hold up. I keep seeing Christ, as the world calls him, but it's okay to say it's Christ. You can say Jesus too, if that's what you want. He knows your heart. He don't care about your ugly mouth. He knows what's in your heart. So when he's saying, I said, okay, I see you got over here with Christ. I call it Hamashiach, but I'm gonna bring it a little lower. People say Christ, and I'm saying, wait a minute, I see Christ over there in the new all by itself. What's going on? Is the people gonna grip it? He said, no, they can't grip it, Deborah. They never gripped it in Genesis chapter 2, all the way down. See, those were what you call the perfect will of Yah, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Even though we take away the chapter, what was done in that time, what was spoken in creation, those were perfect. That was the perfect will. We missed it because we didn't know who was throwing down with him. We didn't know his right hand and his stretched out arm was us. To where when what they call the New Testament come in, and you see it up there, you say, well, wait a minute, hold up. Why is Christ standing alone without Yeshua? In a sense, why is Jesus Christ standing alone without Jesus? Or why is Hamashiach standing alone without Yeshua? I see Yeshua Hamashiach standing on the side by itself. What's the deal? I know what it is, y'all. I'm just saying, are they gonna grip it? He said, no, they still ain't gonna grip it, Deborah. They still ain't gonna grip it. And you know why? He said, it's finished, y'all. It's over. He ain't coming to make you grip nothing. He ain't coming to get you to grab. It's time for you to know where you stand with him. He done all he can and all he's going to do. Even the time that he created everything, he stood back and said, it is finished. And what did he do? He rested. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't the rest that we talk about and we think. He's just showing us when he completed everything from the beginning of creation to the end. See, y'all don't know he was seeing the end. Y'all still here chasing the scripture. I mean, not walking the word out. He done seen it in already. So you think he gonna be here trying to play patty cake, bake a man with you all, trying to get you all to come to the level of where we're really at? No, he ain't. He says over. He said, that's it, Deborah, I ain't coming. And I have already embraced that. But I believe that those that are the true servants of the Most High Yah, those that Yeshua say in the time shall come and the time is now that the true worship in spirit and truth. See, they already know how you're going to have his cutting up from the flow up. But it ain't going to be the type of cutting up from the flow up. Everybody going to be saying, ooh, let me get it. No. It's over. It's just that he ain't going to leave. He ain't going to leave nothing. Everything like it is as far as Satan just having dominion without he is in the midst. Oh, no. He'll always have he is in the midst. You know, and they will be the one that has the least, the less. They will be the one already know the way to the narrow gate. While everybody running with let's get to the broad gate. Let's get there. Everybody else going, let's get there. That's the mindset of the people. That's the mindset of the people. So I'm going to cover some verses tonight. Some verses that's going to show you that all AHAYAH is waiting to behold is us owning up to the curse itself. To the curse itself. Because he know we gone. He know Sister Deborah gone. He know I ain't got no sense. He know I'm gone. I've been gone. And he know it. He know you gone too. Because when we get to that point where we are gone like that, guess what happened? That's when he comes for us, y'all. He gonna swoop us up out of here. You're gonna still be gone, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna be following based on his right hand and his power, going in a direction to that promised land. So I say unto you, it ain't time to build up treasures on the earth. It is not time to get ready for the year of 2023 as if you building up your treasures here on earth. You get your spirit right. You get your inner man right with the Most High AHAYAH. And anything after that, what he say? Seek ye the kingdom first. Once you seek him first and you put him first in everything you do, you put him first. Everything you say, you put him first. I thought about today how I went over there to my children's home, my kids' home and house, and I remember the feeling that I had. You know what I did? I kicked that feeling to the curb. And then when something took place, first thing I said, you didn't warn me. And he said, oh, I didn't. I said, oh, yes, you did early this morning. See, He ain't gonna let me go out this door nor in this house without him putting something in me to know what my day is gonna balance out to be. I might not understand it till that day is over or when it's in that midnight hour, but he's gonna bring it to my remembrance. Didn't I tell you this morning? I told you. You see? So what I'm trying to say to you all need a relationship with the Most High, AHAYAH, one-on-one. And what I mean by that, not on this devil platform with Sister Deborah, not on this devil platform with nobody on these platforms, but a relationship with him where he ain't saying a word. He ain't saying a word. He ain't come to say nothing to you. It's what you saying in your heart to him. It's what you saying in your heart to him. This way you'll know if he has marked you already. Know already, or you already counted as righteous. You will know already. Why? Because it's something in you where he's not saying nothing to you, and he ain't saying yep, and he ain't saying yes, or he ain't saying nope. He ain't saying nothing because he ain't come to say nothing. You need to identify. Oh, did he mark me? Am I branded for his name's sake? This is your time. Because he ain't coming down here to play with you and me either. And to know that we marked don't make us better than nobody else, but it make us somebody in him. Hallelujah. But it'll let you know where you stand. You'll know I'm not perfect. I'm on the earth where Satan has deceived the whole earth. So I'm down here. But I'm perfect in me. He that is in me is perfect, and I'm in him. That make me perfect in him. So we perfect in this thing together. But it's not your outer man. It's not your flesh. So you have to take our time and dig within yourself. Dig within yourself and say, wait a minute, am I marked? Like Revelation, it said he marked his. Am I one of your marked ones? Now listen to this. I'm going to show up and show out on this. Watch this. You remember he told the angel to go tell the other 4 angels that's supposed to go around and put some damage on the trees, the sea, the grass. And he said, tell them don't touch none of that until they mark mine in their forehead. Now, if they already branded for his name's sake, what's the mark for, Father? Y'all? See, that's how silly I am. I ain't got no sense. And he know I ain't got no sense. I'm like, well, what's the mark for? What's the mark for? The mark is to tell Satan, stand down. See, Satan don't know you standing in the presence of Yah with righteous faith, belief, and fear. He don't know that you branded from in your spirit. So he come up on you, he see you mark, bam, let me get out the way. You get what I'm saying? Satan never had a problem on this earth disrespecting God or even not doing what he tell him. I sit back and I see people running around here boo-hooing about what Bill Gates said. And I'm sitting here and I say, okay, I told y'all yesterday how they just telling you they're getting ready to kill your butt. It's all in the open. You know why? Do y'all know why? Because Satan said, woo, he released it from heaven. Woo! Yeah! He released it from heaven. Now I can just tell the world. That's why they telling y'all they're going to take you out. Because heaven has released it. That's just like when he went to Job. And the father said, have you tried my servant Job? Satan told the father, he said, wait a minute, hold up. You know I ain't going to mess with no Job. Job ain't following you for nothing. Job ain't righteous for nothing. You think I'm going to mess with Job? You ain't going to get me to get on him, Father. I'm not going to get on him. He was telling that. Actually, go back and read it. He was telling the Most High that I'm not going on Job. You can tell me to go, but I'm not going to get on Job. I know you got a hedge around Job. I'm not going to touch Job. I know what you got invested in Job. I ain't going that route. And then what the father said. Okay. The father took the hedge from around Job. And guess what? Satan said, that's not good enough. I'm still not going to bother Job. And I'm like saying, what his problem is? What do you mean he ain't going to bother Job? You know why he wasn't going to bother Job? Because he knew that it's nothing you can do to Job until he give you the special order. And what's the special order? Is that right hand power got to touch Job first. can't bring disease and destroy the world until heaven has loosed it from the heaven. He has prophesied it. He has ordained it. He has predestined it. And it's coming down whether you like it or not. And before that comes, watch all other judgment. That's already here, but everybody been making it look like, oh, those are lies in Revelation. The Revelation just lying. He's sitting here saying, I'm releasing thunder. I'm releasing the trumpet. I'm releasing the horses. He releasing everything. And we run around here like ain't nothing going on. Because we can't see in the spiritual realm. We're still stuck in that flesh. And we see only what the flesh of man is showing us. We don't see that heaven has released it to who? Who has he released these things to? Satan. And I like how he brings them down. I love the way he brings them down because the way he's releasing it is letting Sister Deborah know, Deborah, my power has released it. So get ready, get ready, get ready. You know? And then I can't sit here and say, well, Satan doing this and Satan doing this, and that's what we're doing. We're using Satan as a scapegoat. And if AHAYAH said, Satan ain't your worst enemy, you are. Because you never turned to me. This was should have been between you and me. Even Satan knew that if AHAYAH did not touch Job, how was you going to touch Job? The Bible says that AHAYAH touched Job. Satan knew that the right hand of the Father had to put his hand on Job before he could do anything. And Satan knew, I ain't finna put my hand on him. I know you the creator. You all let in something, but I ain't finna touch him. Put your hand on him and then I get him. He knew about the right hand. And here you got people on this devil platform and been on here for years. Know nothing about the right hand of the Father nor the stretched out arm. Why? Because they missed it in the beginning. They missed us when it was perfect. See, in the beginning, those were his perfect will. How do we escape the perfect will and now we walk in the sinful will and serve it? It don't make no sense. That's how we follow man. That's how we follow the words that proceed out of the mouth of man in this book. Because we didn't hear the word that proceed out of the mouth of God when he created everything and the power that he used to do it. We forsake that, but we want to run over here where Adam and Eve was entertaining Satan. And we want to take the book from that end and go swimming into the mouth of man. But never decided to, wait a minute, y'all, we're not going to swim in the mouth of man. We're going in the mouth of Yah. We're going in Yeshua. He told Satan. When Yeshua went on that mountaintop, you know who he went up there with? Himself. He went up there himself. And you know what he was saying? Yeshua. 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 Oh, he didn't have Christ on the side. He did not have Christ. He went up there in the flesh as who? A man. And he stood. Why? Why would he do that? Why did he go up on the mountain as the Son of Man? Because he knew Deborah had to go up to that same mountain and confront Satan in the flesh. He had to teach us up in the mountain when Satan tempts us. We can tell him, wait a minute, you can tempt me. But we don't live on bread alone. We live on every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah. So all the things that Satan was tempting him, you know what? Do y'all understand why Satan was tempting him? Okay, I tell Satan this. Why didn't you do Job like that? When he told you, have you tried Job? Why didn't you go up on Job? Why didn't you buckle up on Job like that? You know why he didn't buckle up on Job? Because he knew the Father hadn't put that right hand on Job. And he knew that it was a hedge around Job. And when the Father took the hedge off from around Job, he told him. He told him. He said, I'm still not going to bother Job. You got to pull out that right hand. You got to pull out that right hand. So why did Satan get an opportunity to buckle up to Yeshua? Because he knew Yeshua was up there only in the flesh. He didn't have Christ. He went up to the mountain to be tempted. That's why he had to fight fast before he got up there. He had to get the flesh prepared. Because he had to go up to the mountain like you and I. He was sending us an example That in life, we're going to go up many mountains. We're going to go up many hills. That's what life is going to be like. But no matter where we go up in, know that we don't live on what the monkey mouth words that comes out of men and women's mouth, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah. So what was so significant or so overwhelmed for Sister Deborah about the Son of Man up there? Because he didn't go up there with the Son of God, which is the Son of Yah. He didn't go up to the mountain with the Son of Yah. He went up there in the flesh, the Son of Man. And that's why he was said to say, it is written that thou shalt not tempt thy Lord, thy God. He was letting him know he can't tempt him and you ain't either. Why? Because Christ didn't go up there with him. That was the Father's plan. He wanted Deborah to know you're going to go up that mountain many times. But when you go up there, you know you're not alone if you tell Satan, it is written that I don't live just on bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah. But we want to go up the mountain, and we want to proceed with every word that proceed out of men and women's mouth. And it ain't worth a pot of burnt beans. It'll get you killed. It'll get you in a heap of trouble going up that mountain and don't know what the word of Yah is. And that's what Yeshua was. He went up there without Christ. He went up there in the flesh. See, there's two in one mission of one Father. But AHAYAH had Yeshua to come down first to suffer many things in the flesh as the Son of Man before the Son of Yah stepped in and complete the mission. See, a lot of us don't even know that. So when Yeshua went up to the mountain, he went along as the Son of Man, born to a woman in the flesh. AHAYAH is still today through that sending signs that we all going to go up on that same mountain and be tempted. But all you need to say, Deborah, is tell Satan, I don't live on my fleshly words. I don't live on bread. I live on every word that proceed out of my most high AHAYAH. And he will stand down. Because once you realize that is your holdback. We don't want to take the Creator, the Most High Yah, and put him where he belongs. We want him to get in the back of us. We want him to be only on the back end. When he's supposed to be in the front of us on every side and in the back. And if he can, let him be on the top, which is your. But we want to put him on the back burner. When I just get him when I need him. Baby, you need him 24/24. We're in the last hour running up on the minutes of his set point at time. We think we on ours. Where we are at today, we have profaned his name. We have disrespected him. We have not honored him. We have not praised him. We have not uplifted his holy name. We haven't done anything but set our tails on these devil platforms, praising every flesh on these platforms. Don't mean nothing. And when we stand before glory, none of this is going to be worth anything. None of it. If we don't put him first and seek him first in everything, anything go on with you, you ask him about it. After a while, he's going to say, do you need my help? What's wrong? Can I help you? Once you seek him for little things, he's going to be there for big things. Because he knows that you're trusting in him and not your own understanding and the understanding of women and men on these devil platforms, even Sister Deborah. Sister Deborah got to stand down, all the way down, and stay her tail down when it come down to him. We're going into a 2023, and everybody is bombarded with all this, what's going to happen, and what Bill Gates and what the virus, the war, politics, everything going on. going, and I'm like saying, Father, do they not see you? Do they not see you? You all up in Revelation releasing everything, and they don't even see you. He said, why you say? He said, why you think I say I'm finished, Deborah? I ain't dealing with them people. And you can see it. If you can see it, why can't they? I'm like, Father, wait a minute, hold up. It's impossible for man to get on nationwide television telling you. Now, this is like 3 of them that done this. Not just Bill Gates. He's the 3rd one that stepped out and came out. Because I guess he got comfortable because the other 2 was on nationwide. One was with the UN or whatever that was. And they were on there. And the people applauded. They said by the year of 2025, we're going to have half of the population. And the people stood up and clapped. How can that be? I said, Father, how can that? Why is people not seeing it? Why nobody doing it? How could they just get on it and announce it and people walking around like it ain't nothing? He said, because I, the creator of all things, have released it. It's nothing they can say. It's been released to who? Satan, y'all. AHAYAH has released it from heaven to evil and wicked and evil to have their way. And they like it. Now we can just tell them what we're going to do. It's in our hands. See how messed up y'all are? While y'all trying to disrespect him and dishonor him and profane his name and look at him like he ain't nothing, and you all let on these doing devil platforms trying to get subscribers in life. Guess what? He didn't release it. Now it's time for me to stand up and clap. Praise the mighty y'all. I clap to that. Revelation said they're telling all this stuff been released, and y'all standing y'all tails around trying to find a good message on these devil platforms that ain't gonna give you nothing but destruction. Everybody running to the broad gate like it's telling them something. These people ain't leading now one of y'all to spirit and truth. None of them be leading you to the light, and you have the audacity to get on and search for them to give you that darkness. They ain't feeding your spirit. And you know why your spirit needs to be fed? Because when he said in Deuteronomy, until we are, who is we? The whole house of Israel and the tribe of Judah, but basically the tribe of Judah, I would put it like that, until they are crushed and destroyed. What do you mean? They mind. But if they mind is destroyed, but hold up. Wait a minute, how you going to bring them out then? He said, I'm going to bring them out in spirit, Deborah. I'm going to bring them out in spirit. Those that are detached to me, that's why I call them a small remnant. So even though this can be gone, because Sister Deborah's gone, I ain't ashamed. It's gone. But I'm all together in spirit. And spirit and truth. I know the light and I know the direction to the narrow gate. And that's where I'm headed. I don't have to look for the narrow gate. I know where it's at. And I'm already in that lane. I'm up to that gate almost. That's what he's saying when he's telling me to stay in my lane. Stay in your lane, Deborah. You see the finish line. I mean, you in the right lane, Deborah. Just stay in it. Don't worry about who on your left. Don't worry about who on your right. Don't even look behind. You going right. So when we run around here doing these things to him, one thing I'm telling y'all, I am as a prophetess in the wilderness being taught by the Ruach HaKodesh. I'm so fed up with the sick minds that don't understand. These platforms ain't it, y'all. These platforms never was. And before they can open up these devil platforms, guess who they had to get the okay for? Heaven had to release it so it can be loosed on the earth so they can bring it forth. He told us everything you see comes from his power, meaning his creation. They can't move like Satan couldn't do with Job. And when Job came back around, he said, hey, hold up, where you going? Job, just go, I'm going to and fro, still looking. He said, women, come on back here, come on back, do something to look at, go over Job again. You want Job? He said, I ain't messing with Job. I ain't messing with Job. Job still was intact. He's bought with a price. What's the price? AHAYAH have already counted him righteous, belief, faith, and fear. That's how dumb Satan is. He don't know that's a brand already in Job. So no matter what he do, Job is already in there. So he said to Job, he said to Satan, tell you what, you want to get Job a second time? Satan said, I ain't got nothing to do with him. But he told the father, he said, but let me ask you something. Put that on him again. Wait a minute, he put it on there once before. What do you mean? See, Satan is speaking to AHAYAH with highly respect. What is he respecting, y'all? Now one of you can tell me. You want me to tell y'all who he respected? This book up here. Satan is respecting. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 16, and AHAYAH said, let us. Satan respecting us are the one that speak let. He knew who us was. And we running around here talking about we awakened. We ain't awakened to nothing but darkness. Satan got sense enough to know that the Father got a right hand that's out of this world. And that's why he asked him. Even though, listen to how AHAYAH told him here. You can try Job. You think Satan gonna try Job because AHAYAH telling him? No. Satan didn't go after Job. He said, you got a hedge around him. You think no. I know you gonna let me have him, but no. I'm not going after him because I'm not going down like that. And then what Satan said, but I tell you what, I go after him if you touch him. What do you mean touch him? Because see, Satan know that Christ is found in AHAYAH's right hand. The right hand of the Father is us in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. It is the Father's all power. So he's telling the Father, you touch him and I will. And then when the Father told him, come get Job again. Come on, try him again. Come on, get him. What Satan say? Touch him again. I ain't finna bother Job till I know your hand and touched him. Why? Because Satan got sense enough to know that the Father got a right hand that ain't nobody live if he touch it. Not live, but have the power to overpower it. Satan said, you touched it? I'm going after him now. I get him again. Because he knew he couldn't touch Job. The hedge was off of Job. AHAYAH had ordered him to. He said, here, come on, get him. Get Job. Here go Job. Get Job. But Satan said, you don't think I know nothing about that right hand, do you? I know about your right hand. I ain't finna bother Satan. I ain't finna bother Job. I know you got that right hand of power. You ain't finna get me in no trouble. That's what Satan was saying to the Most High. I know you got that right hand. Now, if your right hand touch Job, I get him. If your right hand don't touch him, I ain't gonna bother Job. Because Job knew us in Genesis chapter 1, verse 22 was the Father's right hand power. That same power he told Yeshua to sit here on my right hand until I make that earth your footstool. That was Christ. It was the Father's power that came down with the Son of Man. And what power was that? The Son of Yah. And we miss it. Now we are in Deuteronomy 28. And he already told the Gentiles and the heathens to destroy us. And don't stop until we are destroyed. And you don't have a man on this devil platform going over that. But then they want to run and talk about they going to somewhere to get reparations. They going over here to do this and going over that. Did y'all know when they say that? They disrespecting the curse itself. Why can't we bow down to the curse? Why can't we salute it? Why can't we respect it? Why? Someone would say, but why should we, Deborah? Because AHAYAH put it on us that way. Let me tell y'all something. Did y'all know how he put it on us? He put it on us with that right hand. Hallelujah. So you think the heathens and the Gentiles can override that? Do you think the Gentiles and the heathens can override the curse in which the mighty hand of the Father has placed on us? Do you really think that? That's why you still in captivity. And you're still killing your brothers and your sisters, your mother and your father. You're still stealing, killing, and destroying your community and your people. No good is in you no matter where you go. I was on the North County in the north side. I stay on the opposite side. But what happens is your spirit already know you in a zone of craziness. And when your spirit knows that, then who are you to sit and say that your people ain't nothing wrong with them? Because you're sick. You're sick. It's gone. Something is wrong with your people. Everywhere they go, they keep up trouble. They destroy everything. But some all lies. Yeah, okay. Those are the ones that's lost without a cause. See, just like the curse, own up to that curse. Own up to it. Say, Father, okay, I know you. This is you. I want to let you know I'm sorry. I know we some ugly people, and I know we're gonna remain some ugly people. I know your curse said we're gonna curse and we're gonna leave out curse. I don't have no problem with that, Father. Y'all just help me to walk through it. Let me know. Let me feel this thing that I can be okay as long as you walking greater in me than my flesh on the outside that's going to be destroyed. That's where you need to be trying to understand who you are in him, instead of going year after year after year thinking you know him like that and you don't. And then here you is thinking you walking into the narrow gate, and really you're actually in the broad gate. You're nowhere near the narrow gate. I mean, you're nowhere near the narrow gate. You way over here in the broad gate calling it the narrow. Just like millions are saying they saved and they have the Holy Spirit and they have the Ruach HaKodesh. Ain't none of that in their midst. They ain't speaking no spirit and truth. They ain't speaking no light. They speaking a bunch of trash just to get licensed subscribers. They still all up in Babylon. Now, I'm going to go here and show you how AHAYAH is displeased. And that's why he shut down on us. That's why he has shut down on us. And we run around here like he right on our side. He our ace. And we ain't respect him. We haven't honored him. We haven't praised him. We ain't worship him in spirit and truth. You can't worship him in your nasty flesh. You got to come to him in the spirit realm. You ain't no light. Not on these devil platforms. You're supposed to have been the light to the whole world. And just assume that you're the light because you said you're the light. I'm going to start in Leviticus chapter 26. In Leviticus chapter 26, I just want to cover how he's feeling right now. How he must be feeling right now. Why? Because he said it's finished. And let me show you why I'm agreement with him. I salute that it is over. I salute the curse. Because we haven't stepped out the stupidity realm. We're still in the midnight hour. We ain't even trying to even consider any oil. And I'm going to tell y'all something about the virgins. The 10 virgins, 5 had oil and 5 didn't. The 5 that had oil was branded for his name's sake. Because when the trumpet was blown, they went out that in the midnight to trim their lamp. Wait a minute, what you trimming your lamp? You should be already ready. If you have oil. See, y'all didn't get it, did you? They all 10 went out to trim their lamps. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all, hold up. I got a question. That's how silly I am. I got a question. Why all of them getting up now? The trumpet been blown, and why are they just now getting up, trimming their lamps? He said, because Deborah, the one that had the oil, had my brand. That was the oil. They was just like those who didn't have oil. That's why all 10 of them went out trimming. But because those who had the oil in their lamp had faith, righteousness, righteous belief and fear, branded for my namesake in them, it was considered to be all as a parable to the people that knoweth spirit and truth. Because as you go back to it, you hear him say, the trumpet was blown. He was at the door. And I couldn't understand, well, why all 10 of them went out to trim their lamps? Why are you trimming it? You mean you ain't ready? He said, you'll never be ready. You'll only be ready because of what is in you already ready. And that's his brand for his name's sake. See, what happened is we have denied his power for so long. We can't even see his power today because we never knew it exist. We think because Yeshua was out there laying hands and he was doing this and he was doing that, that was the power. Yes, it was. But the power is greater than him laying hands, y'all. This power was greater than healing and opening the eyes of the blind. The power was even greater than waking the dead. Look at Ezekiel. He brought Ezekiel in a vision. That wasn't in the natural. He brought him in a vision and told him, prophesy. Just open your mouth because I told you to. Prophesy to them dry bones. The dry bones were so dry they had been there for centuries. Years and years. They were scattered all about. They start connecting each other, finding their parts. That's to show you the power of AHAYAH in a vision, showing this to Ezekiel. Telling him all it takes is for you to speak spirit and truth. Speak it to them dead, dry bones. Speak it. And because he charged Ezekiel to speak it, Ezekiel spoke it, and the bones heard what AHAYAH told Ezekiel to speak and started dancing around to find each other. And they've been down for thousands of years. See, people thinking it's people here. No, those dry bones. Don't let nobody tell y'all. Them dry bones is the army of David. The Most High says in Ezekiel and in Jeremiah, he's going to raise up a multitude of men. And see, a lot of them don't know that was the vision he was giving Ezekiel. And he said he's going to raise them up, men, and take them over to the promised land. See, women, ain't no such thing as one woman, one man to 7 women. That's how many gonna come out. Okay? That's how many gonna go on the journey to the promised land. But when AHAYAH show up and show out, and we get there, you're gonna see an army of men. And that's why David is coming back. Hallelujah. To be king over his army. You go to Ezekiel and you go to Jeremiah, and he's telling you the multitude of men is going to be took over and put in to the promised land. Oh, yes. That's going to be a day to see for many that's looking for it. That's how it's going to turn out. So when Ezekiel was in that vision, he was in a vision, and AHAYAH's giving him a little taste of what it's going to be like. That's all he was just telling Ezekiel, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and this is what just like John. A lot of the things that John said he saw, guess what? It ain't like this trumpet was blown and these horses came down like a real horse. Y'all better watch yourself. People teaching y'all a bunch of mess. You have to be in the spirit realm to understand revelation. That's why people needed to stay away from it. And all these years, everybody was afraid of revelation. You needed to be afraid of revelation because you never knew revelation. Revelation ain't just for anybody. It's for those who have an ear to hear and an eye to see. That AHAYAH has opened them up in the spirit realm so they can be able to interpret what is being said in Revelation. Because it's not like we think it is. It's like he said it is in the spirit. And we trying to grip it in the natural. We're giving Satan, the beast, and Antichrist, and all these things that's happening on this earth. We stand around and say, they doing it. Oh, they doing this to us. They doing this to us. Oh, they doing this. They doing this. And guess what? Heavens is releasing it. Heavens is releasing it. All down. And they said, woo! Satan in here said, woo! It's time to party. He released it to us, y'all. Guess what? He released it from heaven. Come on. Let's rolling. And y'all sitting y'all tails around thinking you don't owe him no praise, no glory, no honor. You think you're going to run around here and look at his curse that he cursed way back in Torah and still deny it. There are so many that so hung up on Torah, but they never will touch Deuteronomy 28 the right way. They won't touch it, and they never will. They stay away. And before, and like I say, the first of the year, they're going to make this Bible, this book, they're going to make it a total lie. To where when you go to somebody and you say, when it's in the Bible, they're going to say, no, it ain't nothing in there true. You're going to go trying to quote verses and scriptures, and they're going to say, no, I don't believe this because they said the whole New Testament is wrong. Oh, they said Torah, it was a lie. They said the Catholic Roman put that stuff in there. See, they don't understand. They're leaving the people with nothing. How you didn't say, Deborah, I called you down here to curse this book so that nobody else will turn to it? You see how he has released so much down to the earth for Satan to be loose. He has detached himself and his demons to a lot of the Hebrew Israelite men. That's why they can't tell y'all spirit and truth. They're telling y'all a bunch of lies. And they thinking they're going to fight this curse in the natural. They ain't looking for the spiritual realm to deliver them. They looking for their own flesh to get reparations. Their own flesh to get the substance that they feel they're supposed to walk out here with. How you going to go get substance and you still in captivity? He said going out, you will go out with substance. Did not he say that? So if you're going out, why are you trying to get it while you're in? See? Y'all don't get it, do you? Go on here. And when they get to the point where they so gone to they stupid and they gone, and they so blind and ignorant in their awakening, you're going to start seeing them saying all kind of things that's going to really make y'all feel bad and look bad. And that's where all the racial war and all that stuff's going to kick in. Because they're going to be going war, starting stuff, and thinking it's okay because they feel they're entitled to. How can you be entitled to anything and you have not honored the Father? How can you be entitled to anything when you have not respect him? Why have you profaned his name day and night and day, and you think that you're entitled to something? Come on, y'all. Come on now. You have disrespect everything he created. Everything he put in your womb have you disrespect and dishonor. But you feel that you're going to go to the world and tell the world what you entitled to. You in trouble. You in a heap of trouble. Going into the year of 2023 as the world call a new year, let me tell y'all something. You're going to find out who you are. You're going to be able to know the tariff from the wheat. You're going to be able to know the sheep from the goat. At least Sister Deborah will. Because you know what? Ain't going to be no riding on somebody. Ain't going to be pretending and trying to fit in. The Spirit of the Most High said, Deborah, no. They already started it in the year 2002. They trying to burn this book so nobody won't ever open it up to look in it. But he said, I'm coming. Prophetess in the wilderness want to say to you, AHAYAH said, he's coming. He don't need Deborah. He don't need these men. He don't need nobody. He said he coming. And you know what that means? He finna do things his way. And in spite just doing things his way toward those who have rejected everything he set before them, he's going to also let Satan do his way. Hallelujah. Father, Yah. So right now, when you hear 3 elites stand on nationwide television and tell this country all over the world, we're going to kill y'all. That's because heaven has released it to them too. Praise the mighty Yah. Running around here, he didn't release horses, trumpets, thunder, and everything. Everybody running around here. They owe us. They need to do this. They doing this to us. Wait a minute. What? See, when Sister Deborah hear of all that, that's when the fear that's branded in me stir up. Father, did they hear what they said? Do they know what you released from heaven, Father, Yah? Do they understand what it said in Revelation and your power? And they sitting here like it ain't seen nothing. Nothing don't mean. And don't think that AHAYAH is not allowing He is allowing it because it's going to tell who you always been all this time. It is. It's going to tell you who you have been all this time, because a lot of us are under an umbrella of fakeness, hypocrite, wanting to lead people to believe that we are this and this and this. But AHAYAH said, Deborah, I catch them on the other side. And then they shall know. They're going to hear about me because they're going to see me. And I'm afraid of that because I know what that means. That means that right hand power stir up some stuff. So if you don't see Satan, and Satan went on TV 3 times, nationwide television telling you they're going to kill you, and you run around here like, we the people, they ain't going to do nothing, and study killing one another and doing all wicked and evil. But how you going to come to redeem you? Let's go to Leviticus 26. In Leviticus 26, the Most High was talking about a captivity. Okay. We're going 26 and 37. Leviticus 26 and 37. Leviticus 26 and 37. Leviticus 26 and 37. 37 says, and they shall fall one upon another, as it were before a sword. Now see, in Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25, he said, your men and your mighty men. You know, I like him saying that. I love him saying that, because he said there's something they so mighty, Deborah. He said there's some that think they so mighty, they so prepared. They got all kind of weapons. They got all kind of firepower. They think they tough and they bad. But read, every last one of you, read Isaiah chapter 3, and I believe it's 25. Let me make sure. And look who he's telling that I'm going to kill your men. He's telling the women. That means your sons, your husbands, your fathers, your brothers. I'm going to take them up out of here. They think I'm playing. Okay. Isaiah, 25. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. The men shall, he's telling the women. 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 The men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty men by the war. Because the mighty ones think because they got their little guns up. Oh, I've been practice shooting. I'm on a warfare. Oh, he telling you, baby, you going to fall right along with them. You ain't going to survive. And he said, that's telling the women, I'm not going to get rid of you women, but I'm going to take them out. I'm going to take their butts out. You think these Hebrew Israelites teach that? They skip all the way down to 4, and 7 women to 1 man. They don't understand that 1 man is called holy because he survived what? The death. He didn't die in the war, nor in with the sword. The sword means they're gonna die. They're gonna die. They want to be men. You want to be a leader? You want to be a ruler? Or how you gonna put you right on the front line where you've been lying and teaching people you want to be? Oh, you want to be the king? You want to be the ruler? You want to be the leader? You want to be big and tough and bad? He's going to put you right where you need to be. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. How you like him now? How do you like him now? Now, in Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 37, and they shall fall one upon another, as it were before a sword. When none should pursue it, and ye shall have no power to stand before your enemies. That's the verse AHAYAH has given me. Now listen to that. Verse 38. And ye shall perish among the heathen. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father God. Hold up, Father God. You did tell them in Deuteronomy 28 they shall be destroyed, didn't you? See? They're going to try to fight against all of it. But you gone, baby. That's why you fighting, because you gone. See? You don't have the spirit of truth in you. Now listen to what 38 said. And ye shall perish among the heathens, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. Verse 39, and they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' lands, and also in iniquities of their fathers shall they pine away with them. Now watch this here. Verse 40. If they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass, which they trespassed against me, Deborah, they didn't just profane my name, Deborah, they didn't pollute my land, they didn't just disrespect me, they dishonored me, they even trespassed against me, and that I also walk contrary to them. Verse 41, and that I also have walked contrary to them and have brought them into a land of their enemies. If then, Deborah, their uncircumcised heart be humble, and they that accept, if they that accept, who? And they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity. All AHAYAH wanted us to do the 400 years is to own that curse. All he wanted us to do is to own that curse. I'm going to reverse my title because that's what I'm going to put back up there. He wanted us to own this curse. Now watch this here. Verse 42. We still in Ezekiel chapter 26, 42. Then will I remember the covenant with Jacob. I ain't going to think about no covenant. And they cutting up from the floor up against me. But he said, once you have accepted the punishment for your iniquity, verse 42, then will I remember the covenant with who? Jacob. And also my covenant with Isaac. And also my covenant with Abraham. Will I remember, Deborah? And I will remember the land then, Deborah. And what else? 43. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbath, while she lay desolated without them. And they shall accept the punishment of their iniquity, because he said, because they despise it, my judgment. Because their spirit abhorred my status. They didn't even follow his guideline, his instruction. That's what that's about. So let me ask y'all something. That right there telling us, whenever AHAYAH is on us about something, it's only for us to own up to it, y'all. We should have owned up to the curse, y'all. What is it? How could sin be so thick? How could iniquity be that heavy in our hearts? Well, we can't find the room to see that he cursed us. All because the things that we did that displeased him. And then when he cursed us, we still today saying the white man. When we are blaming everybody, even our women, and our women might be even blaming our men, we're saying to the Father, no, it ain't got nothing to do with your curse. And so what you cursed us, we can deal with that. And he's saying, wait a minute, I put the heaviest of the heaviest on y'all. And you mean y'all been over here past for and still denying the curse? So when you run your butt up into a new year, you better think something second. I don't want to go into the new year of this world, calendar year, without praising him and just glorifying him. Let him know, forgive me. You know I know the curse is real. You know I've saluted it, but I want to salute it for others. If you will suffer me too, Father, y'all, I salute your curse for everybody who refused to even accept it. because that's where our sick mind, we sick, Father. He said, yeah, but Deborah, 400 years was given to them just to do that, to own that curse. So I'm going to title my message over again, Owning That Curse. Okay, now he gave me another verse, and that was Hosea. Hosea. No, he wanted me to go to Ezekiel. In Ezekiel chapter 16. Okay, in Ezekiel chapter 16, AHAYAH want to touch with you all something new. He wants you to see how, now, y'all, let me ask y'all something. Say, for instance, let me give you this. I'm going to show you how sick this really is. Say, for instance, if somebody walk up to you and say, if you tell me that you have sinned, I'll give you $1 million. Let me say that again. If somebody walk up to you and say, if you tell me from your heart that you have sinned, I'll give you $1 million. You see what I'm saying? That's all AHAYAH wanted us to do. Own that curse. AHAYAH said, own that thing, y'all. Just own that thing. And the reason why Sister Deborah is heavy on that tonight is because I want you all to know that going into that next stage, let me tell you, you own that thing. And anybody come up to you and you might listen to somebody else, you tell them, we're going to say this to everybody, own that curse. Let that be our number one thing that we tell people. Own that curse. I'm going to do it every time I hear somebody teaching, preaching. I don't care who they are. Own that curse. Own up to it. That's where the problem is at, y'all. And then they wonder why he ain't picked them up yet. That's why. Because he see that 400 years he gave them. Even after he has used the Gentiles to bring jealousy upon them, the people ain't got sense enough to be jealous. They still have not owned up. And when you own up, it keeps you from blaming everybody else for where you at. And you see it for what it is. And you're looking for him to come get you. That's it. And he give you the spirit of knowing that I'm going to get you now. I'm going to get you. And give you the understanding of spirit and truth. And lead you by the light. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 60. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 60. Hey, how could that be? Oh, that can't be. Okay, I see. I'm over in the wrong. Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 60 to 63. And let's see what he's saying here. To 60 to 63. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 60 to 63. Let's see what the Father is saying here. Nevertheless, I will remember my covenant with thee in the days of thy youth, and I would establish unto thee an everlasting covenant. Then thou shalt remember the ways and be ashamed. Why? Because you're going to remember all of that when you get to the promised land. He give you that new heart and all of that. You're going to remember all of that. And guess what? Even in Ezekiel chapter 36, he tells you how he's going to restore you. And after he restore you and put you in the promised land, he said, and then you're going to remember your shame. Yes, he ain't gonna let you just think that you done all these years in the land of your captivity and you good to go because he put new things in you. Oh, no. He wants to bring that to the core, y'all. I love the way he rumbled. And it says in verse 61, Ezekiel chapter 16 and 61, thou shalt remember thy ways and be ashamed when thou shalt receive thy sisters. So y'all didn't even know that was in there, did y'all? Let's go over that again. Then thou shalt remember thy ways and be ashamed when thou shalt receive thy sisters, thy elders, and thy youth, younger, because those are the things our men has forsaken. They have forsaken the elders, the women, and the younger. Look at the younger generation, ain't got nothing to go on because they have forsaken them, y'all. Y'all can't see that these men have never done anything. But the curse said that they wouldn't no way. But then you'll think that if you now at the end of the curse, at least you'll look and see that we've been wrong all this time. Let's own up to the curse and just see where our error was. Instead, they're getting worse. And listen to what he said in verse 61. Then shall thou remember thy ways. What ways is he talking about? He's talking to men. How do you know that? Listen to this. And be ashamed when thou shalt receive thy sisters. You see that? Thy elders and thy younger. And I will give them unto thee, but not by thy covenant. Not by thy covenant. He's telling the men, y'all done set all them doing dirty rules on them women since the beginning of time. You're going to live by mine now. I'm going to give them to you as daughters. But listen to what he said in 61. But not by thy covenant, meaning by your rules. You're going by mine. Said the Most High. AHAYAH. Where do he say that? 62. I will establish my covenant with thee, and thou shalt know that I am AHAYAH, AHAYAH. You see, they would never teach y'all nothing like that. You think the y'all women really think AHAYAH don't see what they doing? Come on, I ain't in the wilderness for nothing. I ain't all up in the wilderness for nothing. He sees all that stuff. He knows about all that. But they would cut through this. This is showing you what is actually taking place and what is before us in the days to come. And he's talking to a people that's going to make it out. He ain't talking to these men that continue today like they are today. He's talking to them, y'all. He's talking about those that he want to give his covenant to. He ain't talking about them ones who run around talking about, I want to have many wives. I want to enjoy life right here on this earth. You know, he ain't talking to them. Now, and then it goes all the way to 63. And 63, that thou mayest remember and be confounded, and never open thy mouth anymore because of thy shame. He's talking to the man. When I am, pacify toward thee for all that thou hast done, said AHAYAH. See, I'm gonna tell y'all when that stuff started. That stuff started when you go into Genesis chapter 3, when they took on the curse itself and telling them who's who and how he's going to deal with them. They never did understand. AHAYAH put in a woman to desire a man. Okay, that was locked in. That's why women stay, even if they get beaten, even if the man not working, even if the man not taking care of the kids, even if the man ain't doing anything. A woman still desire to have that man in her bed. That man can be raping a woman's kids, beating her son half to death, killed her mother. She just don't care. It's just her desire is just for that man. See, they didn't know that. They didn't see that. They didn't understand that. You see, they didn't know that was something that AHAYAH had put in there. While they took that and abused and misused it the way that they want. But see at the end, he coming back. He gonna get that mess right. And he said, you're gonna be ashamed when you see your sisters. Because I'm gonna put a covenant down. And it ain't gonna be your mouth. That's what he said. Ezekiel 16, 60 through 63. And it ain't gonna be your mouth. He letting them know. Your mouth gonna stand down. This promised land ain't gonna be for you. And that's why he's bringing up the dry bones. He's bringing up an army to put also in the promised land. Okay, now let's go to let's go Isaiah 59. In Isaiah 59, I don't remember coming out of Isaiah, but I'm going to go because I see it. It's down here. 59 and verse 20 and 21. 59 and verse 20 and 21. Isaiah 59, verse 20 and 21. See, that they bypass stuff like this, y'all, because they want your power and control over you. So they feed you stuff that tells them that they control you. But where you messed up from the floor, you got to understand when they talk, it has to also, when you're going to put that much power in my Father's mouth, it better be out of the mouth of y'all. Don't come tell me what David and Moses and Peter and Paul said. I want to hear the word that proceed out of the mouth of God. You show me that, I'm going to stand down. You ain't going to show me that because it ain't in there. It is not written. See, they don't understand. Heavens had already wrote this up and wrote it down. That means this can't be the word. The word was before this book exists. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 20. And it reads, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion. And unto them, who is them? Wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all. Hold up. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions. So do that mean the whole house of Israel turned from transgression? Y'all better get it right. See, you can turn from transgression in your heart and don't even know it. See, a lot of y'all thinking it's about role playing. No, it's not all that, baby. It's not all that overworking. AHAYAH didn't tell you to go working hard or don't do this and do this. He said, if I already predestined you, ordained you, and have sealed you, appointed and anointed you, why are you listening to men and women tell y'all who y'all are? I rule this. If I branded you and then tell the angels to put the mark in your forehead, why are y'all listening to these nappy-headed fleshly men? Nappy-headed fleshly women? Why ain't y'all listen to the Ruach HaKodesh? It's the excellent teacher. It is the perfect teacher. Now here in Isaiah 59 and 20 and 21, the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and to them, who is them? That turn from transgressions in Jacob. See, they got y'all thinking all Israel gonna be saved. No, baby. That proceed out of the mouth of man. See, that's why I was saying, and that's what Yeshua was saying. You know where it says, study to show thyself approved, rightly dividing what? Divide what? Divide what? The word of truth. That's why they know they can't speak spirit and truth to you all. Because AHAYAH hasn't given it to them too. So they can't divide the word of truth. They can't tell you in this book is every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. Now, if AHAYAH said, and it said in here, and God said that man was not created for woman, but woman for man. For, if it says that, you better stand on that. But if it's saying out of nowhere, go to it, y'all. Woman was created for man, not man for woman. Wait a minute. Hold up. Who said that? Do y'all get what I'm saying? AHAYAH said, if you get caught in that clique, that's on you. You want to be misled and guide the wrong way, that's on you. If it didn't proceed out of my mouth, don't go check it in. And if it proceed out of my mouth, it's going to come on one accord with something else I done said out of my mouth. And they're going to bounce off of one another. And you're going to be rooted in spirit and truth. But see, what they telling you is things man have said. To the point where they want to lock you in on everything man that said. Then I'm like, saying, wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all. All this man then said, Moses and David and Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, Ezekiel, and all them done said, wait a minute, what did you say? Come on now. You gonna tell me, you gonna let Yeshua stand on the mountain and say it's written that man don't live on bread alone, but every word. And I know the word was. I know the word is, and I know the word shall be, because it was present in the heaven. Tell me, where's your word in this? We need to double check this stuff. And we need to start giving the Most High all the praise. And I don't mean half of it. If you got to keep half and give him half, keep it to yourself. If you want to give him honor, give him all the honor. If you can't give him all of it, get your tail somewhere and sit down. And if you can't respect him as the creator, get your tail somewhere and sit down. He don't need you being on one side of the world and then on the other side saying, AHAYAH, AHAYAH. No, he don't have no dealings with you. Many of them get on this devil platform. They want to cover the world, then they run over on this end, give him 20%, and got all these people clowning with them. And like to follow the Most High AHAYAH, you either gonna stand on his foundation or get your tail somewhere and sit down, because he ain't listening and he ain't playing. He said it's finished. So what are you doing? So many people out here clowning for nothing. Oh yes, they are. They clowning for something. They loving the praise. They loving the glory you giving them because you ain't giving it to Yah. They loving the praise you giving them on their platform because you ain't giving it to Yah. They loving the honor as subscribers and like on the platform because you ain't giving it to Yah. And Yah telling you, I don't share who I am. Either you like me now or you get your butt on over there where they at. They'll go try to pretend because I'm going to be the one standing there to judge you. And don't know you because I don't want to sunk your butt down. See, that's where they messed up. They got him like a man. They got him bent up and bent down. They don't understand that right hand. They don't understand that stretched out arm. They don't understand the beloved, the Christ, the Son of God. They don't understand nothing like that because they're so busy understanding man's way of saying it, thinking and feeling, and their emotion. They got so much emotion caught up in them, you wonder if they're male or female. And it don't make sense. So here we are in Isaiah chapter 59. Now listen to this. And the Redeemer, that's deep right there, y'all. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion. And unto them, who is them? That turn from transgression in Jacob. You see that? Said AHAYAH. You see where it says, said AHAYAH? That's out of the word, out of the mouth of Yah, y'all. You see where it says that? Said AHAYAH. That's telling you out of the mouth of Yah. He's sealing this for you to understand this. So when you get over to the other page and it says, all Israel going to be saved. Wait a minute. AHAYAH, you said this? He said, check it and read it and see if you hear me say it. If I don't say it, it ain't me. So you can't stand on that. That's not the solid rock. Just every word that proceeded out of my mouth do you stand on. And not the mouth. That's where all these ugly mouth men, these loud mouth men are teaching here today. Leading people all up and down the broad gate. Ooh, that gate is long. It's not only broad, it's go all the way back. And everybody in. Ooh, I subscribe. Praising and glorifying everybody in the broad gate. And ain't nobody seeing the anointed and appointed power of the Most High AHAYAH nowhere to be seen. And don't think it ain't present, but you're going to find it out. Year 2023, you're going to see his face. His face is his power, y'all. So in verse 21 says, we still in Isaiah 59, verse 21 says, as for me, this is my covenant with them, said AHAYAH. You see what I'm saying, y'all? My spirit that is upon thee, Deborah, and my words which I have put in your mouth, Deborah, shall not depart out of thy mouth, Deborah, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, Deborah, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, Deborah, said AHAYAH, from henceforth and forever. You see what I'm saying, y'all? AHAYAH got this thing set up from the floor. I love him. I love the way he rumbled. Because in that wilderness, he showed me how he rumbles. He shows me how he rumbles. Let's go to Hosea. Now, you know what? This is where we're going to sum it up in these two verses here. Hosea, and then I'm going to let you ask questions, okay? We're going to let you ask questions, or if you have any answers, you can bring it forth. In Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15, let's see what that's trying to say. In Hosea chapter 5, verse 15, and it says, I will go and return to my place. Whoo, Father, Yah. Till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. You ain't been afflicted yet. You running your tail around here talking about the heathens doing this, the Gentiles doing this, they doing this to us, they doing this, they taking this away from us, they stopping us from this, they poisoning our food, they poisoning us, they killing us. Father saying right here today, out of his prophetess mouth, you ain't felt affliction yet. Because you think you steal all that answer. You don't have to answer to nothing. You think you your own God. You think you got the power. You think you got the authority. You think you got the right. Okay, I'm coming. And I will say to the Father, on your behalf, on our behalf, please, Father, don't come. Please don't come, Father, y'all. Please don't come, Father, y'all. Don't come, Father, y'all. That's what Sister Deborah would say. And when I go into prayer tonight, that was going to be a part of my prayer. Please, Father, please don't come. Because y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. He said, I've sung all that I have sung, Deborah. I've even sung all my prophecies. I released everything. Not all. He ain't finished releasing in Revelation. Many things have been released, and these people walking around like they ain't done nothing. But listen to Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. I will go. He did not tell you. He said he's finished. See, y'all think he's playing because these people who got all these subscribers and likes ain't told you. They ain't gonna tell you, so you might as well look and understand spirit and truth. Now listen to what it said. I will go and return to my place till thou acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction. They will. Deborah, they will seek me early. That's what he was telling me, y'all. That's the point I'm trying to get y'all to understand. He said he's finished. But you're going to seek me early because you're going to get afflicted. You think you in captivity. You think that yoke around your neck. You think they supposed to destroy you. Wait till I come. Please, Father, y'all don't come. Please. Please. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Please, Father, y'all don't come, Father, y'all. So if we're running around here think we rule him, you got another thing coming. Hold up. Hold up a little while longer. You think you're going to rule something. But Father, y'all, please don't come. Father, y'all, please don't come. Let's go to Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1 and 2. Come and let us return unto our AHAYAH, for he has torn and he will heal us. He have smitten and he will bind us up. Verse 2. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. But what does he say? Come, let us return. Turn is what we need to be doing. Return back unto him. He ain't coming to get you. He's just telling you to return back to him. See, if you're thinking he's coming and finish, sit here and send pastors and bishops and revival and, everybody going to do this and awakening, you're going to sit your tail in darkness for a little while longer and you're going to see something while you're sitting there because he ain't coming. He's telling you to return. And that's Sister Deborah's message, new message today. It's to return back into the Father with all praise on your lips and off your tongue, glorifying him, thanking him for who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be. Respecting him. Respecting him is when you respect him and others. Respect his curse. Salute his curse. Own that curse. That's why I'm going to take the title off of this and I'm going to put up owning that curse. Because in that curse is an end game. I'd rather for the end game to be over so that he can come get us. And if the end game said that we're going to be destroyed, destroy us, Father. Because I know after we are destroyed mentally and physically, you come to get us spiritually. Hallelujah. If you all think for 1 minute that the Most High gonna come get your nasty tail in the flesh, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. What you mean, Deborah? He said that you're gonna come in curse and you're gonna go out curse. So you got to go out still curse. All this that he's gonna do to you, a new heart, a new name, a new spirit in you, and all of this he gonna put in you of him when you get over to the other side. But you got to get there. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to come out of here still yet cursed. And any substance they're going to give you is because AHAYAH is going to release it. He didn't ask you to go sit up and tell them what they need to give you. You're not entitled to reparations because this is a curse. What is it nobody understand? How can you get reparation? Do you see them giving China? They giving Africa. They giving all type of nationalities. Look at this here, Ukraine. They giving everybody money. Why ain't they giving your tail money? Huh? See, you can't see the spirit in it, can you? You can't see the spirit in it, can you? You know why? Because you're not about spirit and truth. Let the one that has spirit and truth teach you. Because the truth be told, the reason why they ain't gave you nothing because AHAYAH had already bind it in the heaven. Hallelujah, Father, y'all. He bind that thing up in the heaven. So your tail won't get nothing down here. Why should he give you reparation and you still haven't owned the curse? Why should he give you anything? Why should anything from the heavens be loose to you? Why are you entitled when you done cursed his curse? You done taught these people lies. You didn't teach the people that there's an end game. Because once they understand the end game, then they understand AHAYAH is coming forth. These ignorant people thinking they can go around here and teach men to hate at the level beyond perpetual hate, and AHAYAH coming to get your tail. Okay. Wouldn't feed your seed. But yet you expect something from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Wouldn't take care of your household, your roof. Won't pay your car note. Won't do nothing, but you think AHAYAH's right-hand power coming for you. Deuteronomy 28, it said over and over. Let me get my other book here. It said over and over, and I'm going to say to you all, before you go into the new year, tell the Father, I want to own that curse. Your prophet has told me that we need to own that curse. That wasn't the hand of Satan, Father. That wasn't the hand of demons. That wasn't the hand of this world. That was your right hand power who caused that curse to ride those many years. And all you ever wanted us to do was to own that curse. And when you own that curse, you own the fact that the end game of it, the only way he can come get you if you are broken, if you are sick, and you realize you need a doctor, you need a healer, you need a redeemer. Right now, you think you got all you need along with your ugly mouth, trying to make somebody think you somebody. Own that curse, y'all. Deuteronomy 28. Whether you own it or not. Ha. Hallelujah. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness, has owned it for you. It might not get him to bring you out. But I say to my Father, I own this curse that your mighty stretched out arm and your right hand power have brought upon us as a people. I own that thing. I salute that power, Father, for doing such an excellent and wonderful job with cursing a people. We have done things to you, Father, no nationality or race ever done you. And we still don't want to see it. You have, I would say love. You have cared for us and gave us since the beginning. All the way until now. Look at all that grace and mercy you pouring out on us. And we walking around as if we have the power to curse your curse. Okay, so Deborah finna set it out. Okay, and I'm just gonna lay it out right here and now. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Okay. And 19. Deuteronomy 28 and 19. Deuteronomy 28 and 16. Deuteronomy 28 and 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city. Cursed shall thou be in the field. Now, this is the thing I want y'all to look at. Pope, Iraqi, British, German, American, and China can't touch the right hand of the Father. Look at that verse. If your Bible don't see, if in your Bible you don't see Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Cursed shall, said the Father. Look at shall. It should be slanted. That's a message from the Most High AHAYAH. Roman, Pope, Catholics, China, Russia, British, Iraqi, Iran. Nobody can overpower the slanted words. The Father taught me that when I was a young girl. When you go in there, you see a slanted, know that that's me. Hallelujah. So when you get into here and you get into Deuteronomy 28 and you see Deuteronomy 28 verse 16, it says, cursed shall thou be in the city. Cursed and cursed shall thou be in the field. And cursed shall thou be thy basket and thy store. Then you go down to 18. And what do you see? Cursed shall. You notice the word shall is slant. How you said, I don't play with you. I don't play with you. Shall is my power, letting you know it's going to be done. Okay? So he said in 18, curse, if you don't see your shall, S-H-A-L slanted, you're in the wrong book. Okay? He slanted it to show his power. Because Roman Catholics, United States, China, Russia, German, British, Iran, Iraq, nobody could have known that. See the mystery of the Most High Yah? He can come in real smooth and he can go out whenever he wants to. And you'll miss him every time because you don't know. Okay? This is how he said. He said the mystery is given to the prophets. And people got the nerve to think they know the fruit of the Spirit. Baby, sit down somewhere and get your tail under the unlearned tree that you've been in. And stop trying to come up on somebody that's been anointed and appointed by the Most High AHAYAH and not sitting under somebody man-made tree. Stay under the level of tree that you belong. Okay. Now you go here in 18. Cursed shall thou be, the fruit of thy body, and curse and the fruit of thy land, and the of the land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. None of them are slanted. But watch this here. Cursed shall, he going back with the shall, slanting the shall, thou be when thou cometh in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. AHAYAH said, Deborah, tell them, when your tail come out of here, of this land of your oppressors, you still gonna be cursed. What's your problem? What is your problem? He told you that, but they don't want to hear that. They don't want to teach you that. Okay, now watch this here. Verse 20. And AHAYAH shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou set thy hands unto, for to do until he gonna curse everything you put your hand unto, for to do until thou be destroyed. So the whole house of, the tribe of Judah, and those that has been, and not only the house of Israel as well. He's telling us we are cursed, and we run around here think we in heaven on this earth, in this land of they captive. Okay, now he wanted me to say this here in verse 24. He wanted you to see Deuteronomy 28. Until thou be destroyed. Drop down in Deuteronomy 28, verse 24. At the end of 24, it says, until thou be destroyed. Okay. He wants you to look at Deuteronomy 28 and verse 33. Thou shalt be only oppressed, and crushed away. Okay. And then he comes over to 40, is that 44? No, 45, Deuteronomy 28 and 45. And what does it say at the end? In the middle, pretty much, of 45. Until thou be destroyed. Then he said, jump over here to 48. Tell him again, Deborah, until thou be destroyed. And then he wants you to see verse 61, and it says, until thou be destroyed. He said, what are y'all talking about? Who told you that you are all that and some? After you done what you've done to me since the beginning of time, and you walking around here like you ain't never done nothing. And you have wronged me even to today. Refusing and rejecting the curse itself. So I say unto you, take out this time to go into prayer at 12, not at 12, at 11:45. Pray up until 12. And the prayer, go into the closet, child. Don't go into your closet of a room, or I'm talking about in your spirit. Go and enter into that closet. And you don't want to go in there with your fleshly thoughts. You want to go in there just, Father, okay, that's it. I want to say, I want to own that curse, Father. I want to own your curse. I want to have respect for you. I want to honor you. I want to worship you. I want to be pleasing to thee, Father. I want to seek ye thee, Father, first. I want to know your right hand power, your stretched out arm. Tell him how good he is, how excellent he is, how wonderful he is, how faithful he is, how kind he is. Oh, how grace and merciful he is. Go into that closet and give him all the glory. Give him all the honor. Don't go in there, but I want to do this and I'm going to do this. And no, you're going to be going in there talking to yourself. And ask him, that if he would accept your repentance at where it's at today, as you walk into what the world calls a new calendar year, I want to say that I'm sorry that I never owned your curse. And I believe that you are coming for me. So I want you all to 11:45 go into prayer, giving him all the glory. If you haven't given him glory in a way that he should be given glory and honor, take this day. We just said from 11:45 to bring in to the 12 o'clock midnight hour, praising him and honoring him, repenting, taking him your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole body, putting it before the altar. Let him know how you appreciate Yeshua HaMashiach and how he has allowed Yeshua HaMashiach to usher his spirit into you. Tell him about how wonderful Yeshua HaMashiach really is. And you just grateful for him considering to send the Redeemer back to get you and to take care of you and let you have him in you. I mean, this is the sort of stuff you want to go into. And from that time on, don't give your husband, don't give your wife, don't give your children, don't give your mother and your father, don't give everybody else the glory. Give it to one that's due it. And kind of, if you can feel it, let them know that, no, I didn't have it right. I couldn't have had it right. But I want to own that curse that you put on us. I want to thank you for it. Because you could have destroyed us like you've done many a times. But you allowed us 400 years and some to own that curse. That's really what it was about, y'all. Owning that curse. And did you all know that he knew that we wouldn't own it? But just like he said in the word, hold up, I'm coming. When them afflictions come upon you, then you will. Praise the mighty God. Anyone in the live chat, good evening, late evening, not late evening, but good evening. Anybody have any questions that they want to ask or even give us something maybe you want to say, or you can give us an answer. You might have the answer to something. Okay. So I hope that you did get something out of this and you will take it with you. But the whole purpose of this here message is for us to own that curse, you guys. And if enough of us own it, he'll come on in. You see what I'm saying? And you got to understand, if he didn't mark his, those that are marked, they already know how to own them. They're gonna, if they didn't, they hear it, they're gonna say, yeah, that is so true. We need to own that thing. Because when we don't own it, we disown it. And that's what you see, even with all the pastors, bishops, prophets, teachers, mooring, seers, watchmen, apostles. They are not owning that curse, y'all. None of them. And they're not going to. But you own that thing. Own that thing. And let AHAYAH know, I'm willing to own. I'm not willing. I'm going to own that thing, Father. Because what we didn't know is, what many don't know is, that's when he's going to come. That's why he haven't came. But that's when he's going to get us out of this situation we're in. And the reason why you're not, I'm going to tell you another thing. Now, this is just coming to me. The reason why it's not going to be any many that's going to own the curse is because the remnant is a small remnant. They're the only one that's going to own it. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yep. The small remnant is the only one going to own that curse. The other ones, they ain't going to own nothing. They run around here think they going to rule something. They going to control. They really believe that they going to control this world. They going to get them to give them reparations. They going to get them to hear them out, to do what they want them to do. You going to do it my way. You going to give me something. Okay, let's see if anyone have any questions here. Yes, he is. Isn't he amazing and awesome and wonderful? Yes, he is. He is my everything, and I am forever grateful. Praise the Most High. AHAYAH. That's what I'm talking about. Praise the Most High. AHAYAH. Thank you. So that's my message for today. And I'm going to change the title and put "Own That Curse." Own that curse. Okay. Oh, he came through for me this weekend. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Would you say you own that curse? Hallelujah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to go into another calendar year as the world calls it. We're going to own that thing. We're going to salute the Father and see who he really is going to be in the days to come. Because I'm like, please don't come. Please don't show up. But you just read it. He just said it. That was in Hosea chapter 6. No, Hosea chapter 5. When he was talking about how they're not going to do right until they get afflicted. They're going to have to be afflicted again. When you think that if you've been in a curse for 400 years, that should be enough. But then you also got to think where he says that he's coming back and he's going to judge the house of Israel. Mm-hmm. Remember? And see, they don't see stuff like that. They don't take heed to stuff like that. Salute it and keep it going. He ain't telling you to do nothing with it. He just said, own that thing. Salute it and keep it going. Running in the race. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's all he asks. That's it. A lot of people right now, they out waiting to own Satan Day. Partying, just wanted to shoot. You know, you guys, on my way here, you should see. Now, you couldn't see it, but people is already out shooting guns like crazy. I said, okay, Father, I know that you in the midst. You know where I'm headed. But it's just amazing how the mindset can get ready for a day as this to do what they do with the guns, period. And that is to make noise. But the purpose of them purchasing it is to take a life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't look at it like that. But honestly, when you are not under the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, your whole mindset in a way that you feel things should be done and the order in the way you see things is totally different. You see things as the world see it. You don't see it as the Spirit of the Most High, AHAYAH. We don't see it like that. And they just think it's okay and it's all well, and it's not. But again, all through the end game of Deuteronomy 28, he said, until you are destroyed. That's telling us you ain't going nowhere until you destroy, Deborah. So sit down. Sit down. But no, we want to make it look like, oh, he coming to get us. That's what they want to keep deceiving you on. Instead of seeing and owning that curse and say, okay, this is you. Because AHAYAH was telling me, anytime people turn around and blame what is going on with them and a system and the things that they're doing, he said he know they're doing it. That's what the curse is about. So what are you talking about? See, and that's what when you say you're awakened, you should have, the first thing they should have awakened to was the fact that this curse said it is on us. Okay, we did this. And that nobody done this to us but the right hand of the Father, his mighty power. They don't accept it. And so when I asked him, I said, Father, I see AHAYAH in the writings of Paul, and in what John is saying, I see the AHAYAH is mentioned, and I'm trying to figure out that's the power. He said, yeah, power know how to stand on its own. Because I am. That's my right hand. It can stand by itself. It don't need Yeshua. So a lot of times when y'all look in there and you start to see where it says AHAYAH, knowing, you look for it. You say, well, where's Yeshua? Yeshua, where are you at? Oh, he's the Son of Man. See, they never knew that the Son of Yah is his power. They thought the Son of Yah and Yeshua was the same thing. No, one is his power and his spirit, and the other one is the Son of Man, born of a woman. See, they didn't know that. Both of them are his sons. We are his sons. That's why he called us the sons of Yah. You see? So therefore, we have to understand that when you get over there and you start hearing what the word called him Christ, but you start seeing Hamashiach standing by itself, you say, wait a minute, hold up. What you doing standing over there by yourself? It should kick in something here. It should kick in. Well, why is it the son of Yah standing by itself? Where is the Son of Man? It makes you think. So you see how they missed it in Genesis with the word us to where right now. And did you know what else he said? He said that's why they don't know the name. It's because they don't know the power. So how you going to know Yeshua HaMashiach if you don't know the power? I said an example. You remember Yeshua said to the disciples, who do they say that I am? Oh, you a prophet, Elijah, John the Baptist. He said, okay, but who do they say I am? Meaning the I am. What did Peter say? The power. You are the power, the Son of Yah. That's the power. That's what got Peter the keys to the kingdom. That's what got Peter the feed my sheep. First he said lamb. Feed my lamb, feed my sheep, feed my sheep. That's why. It didn't mean nothing because Peter denied him. It don't mean nothing. I already had given you the keys to the kingdom. See, people don't think. What he had put on Peter to deny him was what you call a curse of Alzheimer's. That's why Peter started cursing, because he couldn't believe that he was saying that. It was almost like he really couldn't remember. That was a curse of Alzheimer's. Oh, yes. And he took that curse off of him when he told him, do you love me? And he said, feed my sheep. Do you love me? He said, feed my sheep. No, he said the lamb. And then he said the sheep. And then he said the sheep again. And Peter said, you know that I do. See, that's when he uplifted that curse off of Peter. Because Peter, you remember Peter went the day of Pentecost, told the people that they had crucified Yeshua HaMashiach. And the people in the Christian church say, how is the denier going to tell the people that they had crucified Yeshua HaMashiach and he denied him? It's because you're too ignorant. You're too ignorant. You're too ignorant. You're not born of the spirit. You're born of the flesh. See, that's what a lot of people don't want. You can go get baptized in 1,000,000 lakes. Until you baptize in the spirit, you're still lost without a cause. Peter was saying that they crucified him. He ain't looking for his curse of denial, because the curse of denial was put on him just so he can deny Yeshua HaMashiach 3 times. That was the power of Yah. That wasn't Peter. That was the curse of Alzheimer's. That's why he got frustrated and started cursing. And I said, this is when Father showed me that. I said, wait a minute, hold up. Where's that soldier he cut off ear? I want to see him. And then it tells you the other person, the lady that was there, who was with them, said, aren't you the one that was with? What you mean? Aren't he the one? You were standing there. Didn't you see him? You see? You see how the power of that right hand had caused everybody's memory to be wiped away. They should have recognized Peter drew the first blood. Nobody even paid any attention to it. Draws the first blood anyway, think it ain't gonna be no war. See, AHAYAH know what he doing. He know what right hand he got. He know what his power consists of. See how lost we are? And you thinking you awakened. You ain't awakened to nothing but midnight, darkness, stupidity. You need to awaken to spirit and truth and to the light. If you're not awakened to spirit and truth and the light, you just out there in darkness calling yourself awakened. And you know how you're doing it? You're going in circles. No spirit of truth. No light. Just going in circles. No one even can see that when Peter drew the sword, that ear came down. At that moment, that right-hand power of the Father, which is the Son of Yah, which is Christ in Yeshua, froze that scene. Picked up that ear, put it back on his hand, on his head, on the soldier's ear, and brought everything back to the scene. Tell me what my Father can't do. You won't know that until the Father give it to you. You would never know that because ain't nowhere you can go with shafers and knives and weapons and think you ain't going to draw the first blood and it ain't going to be a war. But the Father, through Yeshua HaMashiach is the right hand of the Father, froze the whole scene, picked up that ear with that right hand, planted back on the soldier's ear, and then brought everything back to scene. But before he brought it to scene, he looked over to Peter. Peter, you live by the sword, you shall die by the sword. And wham, and brought everything back. Now they took him away. Now one of them even recognized that Peter had drew the sword on the soldier. That's why when they got to taking Yeshua in, the lady asked Peter, weren't you the one that was there? Well, don't you know he was? You was there too. See, the Father, through the right hand of the power that's given to Yeshua HaMashiach, Yeshua HaMashiach is the power, it's the right hand of the Father. It had wiped everything away in their memory. So that what? Why? Why? So that the hour may be fulfilled. And that's what Sister Deborah tell y'all all the time. We're in that hour. We're running up on the minutes. So if you think you got time season on your clock, on your watch time, you're lost without a cause. We're in that hour and you're monkeying around. We so far in that hour, we're running up on the minutes. We don't have time, y'all. So it's time to know who you are in the Most High AHAYAH. What did Moses do when he came off the mountain? He threw them tablets down and he went over to Aaron. Y'all drew your swords. Who on a higher side? That was it. Everything that wasn't on a higher side, what Moses said, kill them. Every last one of them. You think AHAYAH afraid of you? You think you big dog? You think you the true Jews? We the children? Wasn't they the one too? But he did. What did Moses and them do? Killed their own people. AHAYAH ain't playing with you. He said nation against nation in Matthew 24. Kingdom against kingdom. Because these Negroes running around here trying to see who kingdom is better than the other kingdom. And now one of the kingdom is speaking how would I say it? Is speaking spirit and truth. None of the kingdoms have any light. So that's why they're going to be kingdom against kingdom and nation against nation. And I'm going to tell y'all the sad part about that nation against nation. I'm going to tell you Matthew 24. You know what about that nation against nation? He told you before. He said, now look, let me tell y'all one thing. You're going to have wars and rumors of war, but that ain't it. You're going to have wars and rumors of war, but Deborah, tell them that ain't it. You've been having wars. See, the wars and rumors of wars, he said, that ain't it. So while they got y'all looking at Ukraine and Russia, you's being a fool. Because you lost here already. You're going in circles. They trying to put a wool over your eyes because you can't see. And they know if you can't see, well, they can put anything in your ear because you can't see it no way for what it is. And AHAYAH has loosed it to be just that from the heaven. He said, after that, he said, nation against nation. That means you're going to be killing your own people. You'll kill others and they're going to kill you, but you're going to be killing your own people. See how sick y'all are? Y'all don't even know nothing about that because y'all running around here telling these heathens and Gentiles what they're supposed to give y'all and what they're supposed to do. Oh, y'all killing us. Y'all doing this. Y'all doing that. What have you did to my Father that created all things? What have you said to him? What have you done to him? How have you treated him? And how should you be treated after all you all have done to him? I know. You think because he pouring out grace and mercy, baby, that grace and mercy is still yet. It's on the time, running into the minutes too, in case you didn't know that. So while we trying to rule my Father and don't understand he is the ruler over it all, while you sitting here talking about what the heathens and Gentiles is doing and how they doing high up in the heavens and releasing it to them. Y'all get them. Get them. Go on, do what you're going to do. Do it quick, for the hour is near. That's what he said. Same thing with Yeshua. He told Satan, come. He was under the table. He said, come, go quick. Got into Judah, was on his side. Go quick. Why? Why are you telling him to go quick, Yeshua? Why are you telling him to go quick? Deborah, the hour is near. The hour is near. Deborah, Yeshua said, I'm not on my time. I'm on my Father's time. Y'all better wake up and understand. You on AHAYAH's time. You ain't got no time. And his time is already resting in the hour. Running up on the minutes, and you running around here trying to get subscribers and likes. Y'all in trouble. Now he got to come. I thought I was just going to see his judgment and the fire under his feet. But now he got to come. Yeshua told Satan, go quick. He was telling him that because he was under the table. He's not allowed to be outside. He's under the table under Yeshua's feet. He raised his feet and told Satan, go quick. And that's when Satan got into the betrayer and took out. Why was he telling him to go quick? He said, hey, wait a minute. The hour is near. My Father's will got to be done. I don't have no time. Come on, y'all. Get it going. I'm on my Father's time. Y'all got y'all tails down here thinking y'all on y'all own time. Y'all ain't got no time. We on his will, not your will. We on his way, not your way. His power, not yours, because you ain't got none. Y'all better get that thing right. Because you're lost without a cause. You're going in circles. That's all y'all doing. Going to each platform after one platform, going in circles. No spiritual guidance. No wisdom, no knowledge, no understanding. In the spirit realm. Even he know. Even Yeshua HaMashiach knew he was on my Father's will. Hour. And knew how to say it. Hurry up, y'all. My hour. Because he knew Father set everything on hour. Running into that minute. And it got to go his way. Not Yeshua HaMashiach, but AHAYAH's way. And he was telling them, come on with it. Get busy. Even in Gethsemane, he told them what? Take away this bitter cup. Hold up. Not my will, but thy will. He knew what time it was. We're running around here thinking we're ruling it. All the heathens doing this, the Gentiles doing it, they doing it. Own that curse. Sister Deborah tell you this day, own that curse. Stand on the mountain, own that curse, and see what the Most High will do. Because when we don't own it, we telling him we don't have no respect for you. We don't have no honor for you. We don't glorify you, your name, your nothing. When we deny the curse itself. But when you own that curse, you're saying, I salute your choice to put us in this situation. And we know that you the only one gonna get us out. But if you ain't in no situation, how you think he gonna get you out? You running around here giving the power to Satan, the heathens, the Gentiles. You're turning all the power to them. But what about the power that got you here? To put you in the situation. That's when you're denying him. You're disrespecting him. You're dishonoring him. It was like Peter when he said to Yeshua, when he told him, you all going to be offended because of what I'm about to say. And instant Peter, okay, you not? What I'm saying to you, Peter, is of my Father. This is my Father's will. You didn't come down here to die for your sin. I come down here to do that for my Father's will. And if you think for 1 minute you're going to trade places with me or before me, that's a lie. And since you got that mindset, I tell you what, right hand step into it. Give him the curse of old timers so he can deny it 3 times. After that 3rd time, it'll come to his remembrance what was said. Stand y'all tails down. Y'all don't rule my Father. He's the creator of heavens and earth and everything in it. He's the beginning to the end and everything in between. He's sitting in Revelation and releasing everything down for Satan and demons and beasts and everything to have their way. And y'all got y'all stupid tails around here, running around here, talking about we the people. We the true Jews. Ain't done nothing righteous. Don't even desire to be righteous. Don't even want the righteous will of the Father. Stand down. It's what time it is. Stop the clowning. Because you're going to be a clown by the time this is up. Because you're going to be out there clowning. And they're going to be clowning with you. He told you, nations against nations. That means even people against their own people. Or not, that's what we're doing as a people. And then kingdom against kingdom. All these men talking about we're going to debate and we're going to rebuke and we're going to be this and he's lying and he said this and he said that and every last one of them lying. That's the part that bothers me. Now, if you get them and they telling the truth, that's one thing. All of them is loaded with lust and perpetual hate and adultery and all kind of stuff. Was trying to stand up and buckle up against the flesh of man. I don't need to. Oh, but you 2023 is coming in. And guess what, y'all? The world got something ready for you. But you also, Father, because you all are cursing the book that he left here for the study guide for those who wants to know something about the kingdom. So while you all cursing it, how they going to go to it to learn it? If you're saying everything in it, this is wrong, this is wrong. What haven't kicked you tail down here to determine what is good and what is not? What is righteous and what is unrighteous? Who in the rats behind told you to come down here and do a history search on what is and what is not? And when you finish, who gave you the authority? And what name do you come in? And what power there is? You're going to get yourself in some trouble. Oh, yes. Oh, 2023, you're going to get yourself in a heap of trouble. Because if the people don't, you guys, if people don't have anything to turn to, if we say that the book is all wrong, oh, this is wrong, and this is wrong, what will make the people go to the book, y'all? How would they go to the book if everything is wrong? I don't get it. They're not going to turn to it. So he leaves that strong delusion in the minds of those who want to proclaim they the people. But the reason why he's doing that is because they have deceived so many of these people on this platform. The Father said, let them alone. Let them continue to see you. They ain't going nothing but in circles. Deborah, they ain't going nowhere but in circles. I'm going to tell y'all another thing. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I ever mentioned this to y'all. Was that Naomi and Ruth. I look back at that and I remember being in the church and hearing different bishops and pastors teach that thing. And as I sit here today and I read so much things that have been taught to the people, even in the churches, that has been lies. I mean, lies on top of lies. But the sad thing is about it is they can't tell the truth if the Holy Spirit is not there in them. It is the spirit of truth. Sister Deborah ain't the spirit of truth, but what's in me is. So if they don't have the spirit of truth, what do they have left? The spirit of lie. You get what I'm saying? So when I think about sitting up in the church and hearing different bishops and pastors and traveling pastors and all of them always preaching and teaching, I sit back and I think now, I said, Father, but they were so far from it. How can you have led such a multitude? And these people have supported these people. Oh, my goodness. How could they have taught the multitude with no understanding? See, a lot of people went and they never understood Ruth nor Naomi. But in the spiritual realm, it was not so much as the women. It was trying to catch up the bloodline of the men to get it back on track. Because when her husband and her children, her sons died, that broke that bloodline to the Messiah. Okay? The bloodline that AHAYAH had orchestrated anyway. But what somebody like me that's taught by the Spirit of the Most High in the wilderness, I understand that, because I said, well, what's the deal? What's so special about these two ladies? What's the deal? He said, Deborah, they were just there so that I can detach the chain back together. And no one never noticed that I detached the chain back together. I think that's sad. That's why I tell y'all, it is so sad. Ruth and Naomi, they were not. See, remember I said that people, when they're letting people lead and guide them and teach to them instead of them wanting to sit up under the Ruach HaKodesh, the Father said, let them teach them. They don't want to hear me, let them teach them. And that's what he let. He just hands off and let their hands be on. Because when you don't want to know the spirit of truth, then you don't want to know the truth of the matter. And see, with Naomi and Ruth, it was about connecting that bloodline back up. Because when her husband and her two sons got killed, when the father was trying to detach the bloodline back. So that's why she ended up marrying already a kinsman. But the father detached that back to the bloodline of the Messiah. All you do is go to Matthew's and you can see them connecting back. But it didn't have anything to do with the women. He had the women there in hope that when we're reading it, we can see how he, behind the scene, who is he? AHAYAH was detaching the bloodline back together. It wasn't so much as that Naomi and Ruth, they wasn't the bloodline. It was the men he was trying to bring together, and everybody missed it. Everybody missed it. That he was trying to detach them, and Bozak was the bloodline. Oh, Father, y'all, they missed so much. I'm starting to get a headache. They done missed so much. So what I was saying to you all, and I have said to you all in time past, when we get up in this word and we desire to hear it out of the mouth of man and not out of the mouth of Yah, then we're not going to get the fullness. We're not going to get the truth of the matter. We're going to only get what they teach us. And 99.9 of those that teach it don't have spirit and truth, meaning they don't even have the Ruach HaKodesh. So they running around here teaching everybody, and everybody learning from people who really can't give them the fullness. But what do I have to do? I got to go back to the eyes of the Most High AHAYAH. And he has to say to me, but Deborah, this need be. I'd ask them to seek ye the kingdom. They ain't going to seek the kingdom because the kingdom ain't in them. What do you mean, Father Yah? What are you talking about? Hold up now. You going all deep on me now. Come on now. What you mean? He said, how can they seek the kingdom if the kingdom ain't seeking them? Because it don't rest in them. It don't rest in them. Who is the kingdom, Deborah? Who is the kingdom? Those that are branded. So that's why. They ain't seeking spirit and truth. They ain't seeking the light because this ain't branded in them. And when was this branded in them? It is written. It is written in the heavens. The heathens is branded. So while you thinking that everybody's coming and everybody is of the Most High Yah, no, it's not. They have to have the brand. And even the Gentiles are coming in on what? Belief and faith. The brand. See? So that just shows you that we're going into another year still lost as we were in 2022. But those at the sound of my voice, I want you all to know, stay close to AHAYAH. Have a relationship with the Most High AHAYAH. Seek his face. You want me to tell you, his face is Christ. His face is Hamashiach in Hebrew. It's his power. Because it'll get you out of anything you step in. Y'all, did y'all know that? AHAYAH's right hand power will get you out of anything you get into. Let me take you there. Yeshua said, wait a minute now, y'all. When I go, thou shall come back, and he's going to give you the comforter. And you're going to be able to do miracles and signs and wonders. Guess why people ain't been able to do it, y'all? Want me to tell you why? Because they don't have the power. He said, once you believe, you shall receive power. You can't receive the power if you don't believe. 99.3 and don't even believe or know who Christ is. They don't know who the HaMashiach is. And that's why AHAYAH say they're gonna think they know. And they're not gonna even realize HaMashiach is my power. That's me. See, they still don't know. They didn't know in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26, and they ain't gonna know now. So that's where we're at today. And that's where everybody is going. They're not gonna know. See, they just assuming we all gonna go marching in. They don't care if they know spirit of truth. They don't care about the light. They don't care about the fact that he said you must be branded. And that's why they going in circles. That's why they going in circles. That's why you can see people on this devil platform constantly saying things about all the world, politics, getting women in submissive, having many wives, Biden and what is it like? Trump, or Ukraine and Russia. China did this, China did this. Oh, they finna do this, they finna do this. Because they want to fool you up real full. They want you to get your belly full with the cares of the world. To where the spirit of Yah, the fear that comes with the spirit of Yah, wouldn't even fear Yah. Because you're bombarded with the cares of the world that they feel that they have to feed you day and night. Because they're feeding you the cares of the world so that they can get subscribers and likes. You see, it's all about me saying something so that I can get the praise, and you can look at me as being somebody who knows something. But then you don't know nothing about spirit, you don't know nothing. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Does that make any sense? It don't make no sense, y'all. It don't make no sense. So this is why I say take out this time. And if you 11:45 to go into prayer and tell the Father, wait a minute, I'm going down on your side, Father. I want to go down on your side. I don't want to get left out here on no other side but your side. So just put everything into him. So I say unto you, anybody have any questions or maybe even any answers before we end this live? Anybody? Anybody? All right. I want to say to you all that I will see you again maybe tomorrow. And I will be going down in prayer for each and every last one of you on this live. I'm going down. I'm going down in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. I'm going down in prayer. And I want to let you all know it's already embedded in me. He already knows what I'm going to pray. So when I go into that closet, it's about me feeling him in the presence. It ain't about me telling him. He already knows what's in my heart. And that's the good thing about who the Father is. He knows your heart. And that's what's important to him. You don't have to know so-and-so said this. They did. Or I want this. Or I want to do this. I want to have this for the New Year's. You don't have to know none of that. He already knows your heart. when you enter into the closet. So I thank each and every last one of you all for being faithful to tuning in. And I appreciate you in the year of 2022. And I'm going to appreciate you in the year of 2023. And my prayer is to go into the closet on your behalf and mine. Because to me, in my mindset, those that tune in to me is of AHAYAH. That's what Yeshua was saying. All that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. And that is something that's in my spirit that I would go into the closet with. And when I say, he said he have not lost one, he meaning he have spoke what he's supposed to speak. And that those that AHAYAH has chosen to bring before him, he just letting the Father know, I have said what you have given me to say unto them. So we're going to praise the Most High, and we're going to trust in him and lean not to our own understanding. And you know what I want to do also? I want to take time to say to you all, I'm going to do more of giving him glory and him praise, being recognized, him being honored, and stop letting this monkey stuff that's going around in this world to get his praise, to get more praise than him. So that's what one thing I know I'm going to have to do. So I today and tonight give him all praise and all glory. So I see you on the other side. Shalom and shalom.